Hi guys! So tonight I want to talk about some low-cost storage solutions that you can use in multiple areas of your home. Um, I am excited to show you some of these things actually are not in the catalog, but because we're getting close to the end of the catalog and some of the stuff has gone out of stock and things like that, they brought some fun stuff that they still had in the warehouse back so that now you can get those too. Now, I do want to tell you, keep in mind, keep your eye out in March or in February, because March is when our new catalog starts. So if you keep an eye out in February, and if you watch my website, I will keep you in the loop. There will probably be some sort of special, I have to imagine, since it will be into catalog. Now, I haven't heard anything yet, but keep an eye on it. Like I said, keep an eye on my website. That's always a good place to look. So, all right, we're going to start with the felt hanging bin. Now, one thing is I always stress about our felt items is it is not craft felt. That's what I thought at first, and I was like, how sturdy is that? But I mean, look at that. It's standing up on its own. It's a real sturdy felt. It's not felt. It's not craft felt. And it's thick. You can see it's a nice thick felt, okay? Give you an idea of about how tall this is, the felt hanging bin, about how tall it is. You can see I've got my scissors here and they're sitting, so they're showing a little bit at the top, but my markers, which are down in there, you can see here, are there. So it's a little bit taller than these markers. I don't know about you, but I'm visual, so I like to show that. And it's got this nice, and it's secured really well. A nice thing that you can put on a hook, a loop that you can put on a hook. And this works well, like you can see, office supplies or school, especially if you've got somebody who's doing school at home. It also works great in a bathroom. You can put, especially if you've got a small bathroom. I always say, if you have a small space and you're trying to organize it, go vertical. Well, these work great for that because you can put some of those command hooks. You can put a more permanent hook if you want, but I like the command hooks because then you can move them around. But you could put multiples of them, get a couple of these, hang them on the hooks, and you could put washcloths in one, hand towels in another. Because it's a good felt and it has some insulation, you could put something like hair dryers and curling irons in there. I would let the curling iron cool down almost completely first. I wouldn't put it in there full hot. But it does have some insulation, so if it's a little warm, you'd be all right. But it's great for all kinds of hair tools, whatever. And again, it's a great way to go vertical in your bathroom and get some more storage space, even if the room itself is small. But again, this is the felt hanging bin. They come in this one, which has got that gray on the bottom, and we call it like a natural color on top. There's also one that's a brown or a black, I'm sorry, and they're $18 each. Then the other one I want to show you is the Your Way rectangle. Okay. Now, this particular print is not available right now, but the two that are available are very similar to it in that they're both a black and white print. It's just a different design is all it is. But you'll see there's handles on both ends, which is nice for carrying it around. I'm going to back up a little bit here. And then it has, now this one has a clear window on the front. The ones that are available actually have a chalkboard panel, so you can actually write on it, but they have a chalkboard panel here. It is collapsible, so if you need to store them, you can do that. I have my Benjamins and Ruby Minis in here, but I have another one downstairs, and so that I use for cards, because I will buy cards in packs and such, so that I have note cards to write to people, birthday cards in case I don't think about it to the last minute, just different occasion cards and things like that. And this is one of the card envelopes. You can see it kind of covers the window, but you can see it's not quite as wide as that. So it works great for that, but that also gives you an idea of the size of it. And again, it's available in two different prints right now, and they're $26. And then there's a great accessory that goes with it too. This is the Your Way rectangle lid. So the Your Way rectangle and the Your Way rectangle lid, right? And it's same size, sits right on top. Now I'm going to tell you it's going to stick up a little because I have a wallet there, which is why I don't usually use a lid. This is navy blue. It's from mine that's downstairs, and that's why, you know, actually, let me pull that wallet out so that you can see here how it sits. So it will sit flat on top, okay? And the great thing about the lid is two things. Number one, especially since the two that are available have the chalkboard panel, it's a good way to hide things that you're storing inside. Number two, it makes them stackable. So if you have several your way rectangles and a lid, then you can stack another on top. And again, you can go vertical. So it's great for helping with that. These do fit great in the cube storage containers. You can fit 2 usually in them, as long as they're the standard size. But the lid's $10, and again, these are $26. The lids are available in black or gray right now. Now, I'm going to put this down on the floor for a second here so I can show you the next one. Next is the double duty caddy. Now, I have 2 of mine here, all right? This one's Christmas themed. That's obviously going away. I use mine in my kitchen every season as part of my decorations and also a useful decoration. So this is one of the uses I use it for. It's called the double duty caddy. It is available in 5 prints right now. I like it because it has a handle. In summer months, we started doing this because of summer months, because I keep napkins, paper plates and bowls, and then utensils on these little, see those little net pockets? There's 4 on the end, 2 on each side, right? I started using it for when we'd go to eat on the deck, and I still do that every summer because we tend to use paper products and such when we eat on the deck. And so I started using it that way so I could just grab it by the handle and take it outside. Now I do it so that my family has paper products easily accessible all the time. And I've changed it so that I get different designs for different holidays. I decorate for every holiday. It's just something I do. I love it. Now that $26 cost, I do want to tell you that that's before personalization. It is a little extra for personalization, but I do have birthday gifts going on right now. So if you haven't seen those, you're going to want to check it out on my website. So this one I have set up as an office. It works really great for little kids' classroom supplies as well, especially if they are schooling from home. I have had several people actually send me pictures of their kids, their elementary kids especially, using these to store their items for their school supplies at home. So something to keep in mind. But I've got a lotion in here to kind of give you an idea of how big these pockets are. Again, it's got the 4 net pockets, 2 on each side. This folder will give you an idea of about how wide that is because it fits comfortably in there. And then there's a steno pad, so you can see there, give you a little bit more idea of size. But you can fit quite a bit in here. I've got one of my zipper pouches in there that's full of stuff. And again, the handle, you can carry it around. So helpful. So keep that in mind. Again, that's the double duty caddy, and it's $26. Now, the last item I'm going to show you is something that I will admit, when it first came out, I didn't think I'd ever use it. I thought its size was something too similar to many other things we have. I'd never use it. I now have 3. This is the tiny utility tote. It is available in 4 prints. This shiny, can you see that shimmer? This shiny pink is one of those things. This is great for kids storage. It's great in the middle of the back seat of the car. One thing to keep in mind, it will sit very nicely on the back seat of most cars just because of the length of it. It's a perfect length for that. I use one in my car because I no longer have little kids in my car. Well, I no longer have little kids at home. I use mine for, I have wipes and hand sanitizer and tissues. And I'm going to show you here this. The tissues will sit in there. They're you can see the tissues sit right in there. Now, this particular one I use here in my office for bags and little goodies that I have for you guys when I am going to deliver orders. Again, the handles are very helpful because of that. But yeah, in my car, I have tissues and wipes and hand sanitizer and my first aid kit in mine. And it's nice because it keeps it all together and it's not rolling all over the car. I don't know about you, but I've had that happen to me before. So, yeah. But yeah, very handy. It's also great for washcloths and hand towels. It's a good size for keeping those in a linen closet or in a bathroom. And again, you could join these together and hang them on a hook in a bathroom to try and get things vertical, or sit them on a shelf. They would sit that way. This also works really well in a closet if you want to store shoes, or I saw somebody shoes or socks or something, a small item or whatever. But I saw somebody did this, and I do this with my small utility tote because I have far too many flip-flops. I like shoes. But somebody did it with the tiny utility tote. And what they did was, you can go to a liquor store or a winery or something like that, and you get those cardboard separators that come in the wine boxes, okay? Now for the small utility tote, I will tell you the entire thing will fit inside. Now for the tiny, you would need to cut it down, but you can put the divider in here, and then you put flip-flops in each of the things, and it'll hold them all in their own little spot and such. And I love that. And part of why I started doing organization and such is because I realized, and shoes are a great example in my opinion, because if I don't have a place to put my shoes, they usually end up on the floor, and then they're everywhere, and I'm digging, but if I have a place for them, they go in the place. And so this is a great way to keep your flip-flops organized in one place, and kind of cute too. And then you can put the tiny utility tote on the floor or on the shelf. So something else to keep in mind. But yes, these work great. But don't ever forget, I am always here if you need any kind of organizational solutions. Not all mine are 31. Sometimes they're a combo, like the wine separator and the tiny utility tote. And sometimes they have nothing. They're actually don't have to do with 31. Like, I was just telling someone I've gotten into loose leaf tea because I'm trying to drink more green tea because I drink too much coffee, and I'm not inclined to just drink warm water. So I've been trying to switch to tea. I've gotten into loose leaf tea, but I just had it in its bags and it was getting everywhere. And I was like, okay, this isn't working. Not only that, you're not supposed to store it that way. So I went to Walmart and I found these little sealing jars, really cute jars, and they're clear. And what I did was I cut out the part of the bag that said what kind of tea it was, slid it into the front of the jar so I could tell what kind of tea it was, and then put the tea into the jar. And it's really cute, and then it's stored properly. It'll last me longer. So something to keep in mind is I have solutions like that too. It's not just 31. A lot of times I'll also give you, if I have them, multiple options so that you can pick the solution that works for you, because I want you to have the organization solution that works for you and for your space. So don't ever hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. Keep an eye on my website. That's the best place to see what's going on, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.